Hello children, in this video we are going to learn about direct and indirect speech. In the introductory video, you all have seen what is a direct speech and what is an indirect speech. The difference and the rules, what you all have to follow, that we will see in this video in detail. The topic that we are going to learn in today's video is about the direct and indirect speech. Now look at this slide, children. In the first bubble, you can see here, the teacher said, please keep the noise down. What is that? Yes, the teacher said, please keep the noise down. And in the next bubble, you can see the same sentence without the actual meaning is changed. We can see here. The teacher told us to keep the noise down. Did you observe? Is there any difference or there is no difference in these two bubbles? The words and the sentence. Yes, there is a slight change. In the first bubble, you can see the quotation marks or the speech marks or the inverted commas. Can you see here these two small lines before the word please and here after the word down? These marks are called as the inverted commas or the quotation marks or speech marks. In the indirect speech, these quotation marks we will not use. And here the word said is there. In the indirect speech, apart from using the word said or told, we will use the word that also. The teacher told that us to keep the noise down. The definition of direct speech. Direct speech is the exact words someone said. We use quotation marks. This is how we will write the quotation marks in the direct speech. I want to help, Mary said. These are the words said by Mary. So they are written or placed in between the quotation marks or the speech marks. Now, here, see, look at this sentence, children. He said, let's go to the cinema. He said, let's go to the cinema. Few things are highlighted here. Can you all see that, children? Yes, the words he said is underlined. What is underlined here? He said. Now, he said is called as reporting clause. What is this called as, children? Reporting clause. You already know what is a sentence, what is a phrase, and what is a clause. Reporting clause. That means the speaker's clause, right? The words. He is the speaker here. He said. Now, he said is separated with the words what the speaker has said with a comma here. And after the comma, here the inverted comma starts or open inverted commas, and then the first letter of the word is written in capital letter. And then when that word ends, we'll put a full stop and then close the inverted commas. Now let's see the rules. Punctuation rules. You all know what are punctuation marks. What are the different punctuation marks? Now, the spoken words and any punctuation marks go inside the speech marks. Speech marks means those are the inverted commas. The first word that is said has a capital letter. We have seen that in the previous slide, right, children? Correct. A comma separates what is said from who is saying it. Bug said, comma, hello. Now, If it rains later, now we will see this sentence. This is one more sentence. If it rains later, said Paul, I will stay here. These are the words said by Paul, right? Now, in two different ways, but this is not separate. That is the continuation of the first sentence only, right? That's why they have written here in one sentence. Punctuation in direct speech. If it rains later, said Paul, I will stay here. These are words said by Paul. Comma before or after the quoted verse. Punctuation marks are placed inside the quotation marks. Punctuation marks, whether it is exclamatory, question mark, or the full stop, all these are placed inside the quotation marks or the speech marks. Reported speech. Reported speech means what? It is the other word for indirect speech. Reported speech is the exact meaning of what someone said, but not the exact words. We don't use quotation marks in reported speech. We can either use the word that introductory word or we can omit it. Mary said that she wanted to help, or Mary said she wanted to help. This is the indirect speech. Of the direct speech, what we have seen in the previous 3-4 slides. I want to help, Mary said. That was given as example in the direct speech. Here, Mary said that she wanted to help. This is in direct speech, indirect, because these words are said by someone else, what Mary has said. Now look at these pictures, children. In the first one, a grandmother is saying, I am baking cookies for Jean. These words are said by grandmother to her daughter. Here in the second picture, you can see the daughter of the grandmother is saying, repeating the same words to her son. Grandma said, she is baking cookies for you. So, as you can see in the first picture, I am baking cookies for Jean. Jean is this little boy. So, in the direct speech, the word said by grandmother directly is called as direct speech. The words of grandmother repeated here by someone else is in the indirect speech form. Remember, there are few things that will change, such as these pronouns. Remember these rules of change. The pronouns in the direct speech, how we write, will change when we are writing in the indirect speech. I will change either into he, she, or they. You will change into he, she, they. Again, you will change into him, her, them. Your will change into his, her, their. Me will change into him, her, them. My will change into his, her, their. Myself will change into himself, herself, themselves. We will change into we, because this is plural, right? Will change into they. Us will change into them and their. Now let's see some more examples. How a sentence can be written in the direct and in the indirect speech or the reported speech. She said, I am ready. She said, comma, inverted commas open, I am ready. Full stop and inverted commas close. That same sentence can be written in the indirect or reported speech as, she said that. That is the word that we should always remember to use. She said that she was ready. I'm ready will change into was ready. Next sentence. You will be late, he said. You will be late, he said. He told me I would be late. Now see here, this will be has changed to would be in this indirect speech. He said, we have taken it. the same sentence will be changed in the indirect sentence this way. He said they had taken it. Now rules. What are the rules to be followed to change from direct speech into indirect speech? Change of tenses. You all know what is a tense, right children? Now, how these tenses will change from direct speech to indirect speech. Simple present will change into simple past. Present continuous will change to past continuous. Present perfect will change to past perfect. Present perfect continuous will change to past perfect continuous. Simple past will change to past perfect. Past continuous will change to past perfect continuous tense. And there will be no changes in these form of tenses. Those are past perfect continuous, simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. There will be no change when we are writing into indirect speech. Now, change of situation. Change of situation. What is that? We will see now. In the direct speech, if the sentence is, John said, I did this exercise last night. What is the sentence, children? John said, I did this exercise last night. How we can write into indirect speech? John said. See the difference, children. John said. There is no comma nor the inverted quotations. John said that he had done. Did is changed to he had done that exercise. This changed to that. Exercise remains the same. Last night. Last night is changed to the previous night. This is the example of change of situations. Change of situations. This becomes that. Last night becomes the previous night. Other examples are as follows. How they will change from direct to indirect. When we are changing any sentence, these words will change in the indirect speech. How? This will become that. Here will become there. Now will become then. Today will become that day. Yesterday will become the day before or the previous day. Tomorrow will become the next day. Last week will become the week before or the previous week. Next month will become the following month. Ago will become before. So you all have to remember these changes. How these words will change when we are writing any sentence in the indirect speech. Okay. Now, how the change in modal verbs? There we have seen will be became would be, right? Now here see the change in how these modal verbs appears. Modal verbs in direct speech sometimes change when used in indirect speech. Will become would, can will become could, may will be might, shall will be should, must will be had to. These are the changes we have to remember always. Do remember all this when you are writing, children. Whenever you get any doubt, you can refer this video again and again. Watch this video again and again so that you will be familiar and it will be easy for you to remember these rules. But could, would, should, might and ought to indirect speech does not change when used in indirect speech. In the direct speech, when we are using could, would, should, might, they will not change again when we are changing into the indirect speech. They remain the same. Here is a list of examples, what we have seen in the previous two slides before. How simple present will change to simple past. I work hard. It has changed to he said that he worked hard. Present continuous. I am working hard will change to past continuous. He said that he was working hard. Past simple past tense. I worked hard yesterday. That will Change to past perfect. He said that he had worked hard the previous day or the day before. Past continuous. I was working hard at uh, 6 this morning. That becomes into past perfect continuous. He said that he had been working hard at 6 that morning. Present perfect. I have worked hard. That becomes past perfect. He said that he had worked hard. Present perfect continuous. I have been working hard will change to past perfect continuous. He said that he had been working hard. Past perfect. I had worked hard. That will become past perfect. It will not change, right? He said that he had worked hard. I will change to he, but the tense will not change. Past perfect. I had worked hard will remain past perfect. He said that he had worked hard. Future simple. Simple future tense. I will work hard will become. He said that he would work hard. Models. I can work hard changes to. He said that he could work hard. I could work hard will be. He said that he had been able to work hard. I may work hard. He said that he might work hard. I must work hard. He said that he had to work hard. I shall work hard. He said that he should work hard. I should work hard. He said that he should work hard. So this is about the direct and indirect speech. And please remember the differences. What are the different things that you have to change while changing any sentence from direct to indirect or from indirect to direct. Right, children? Hope this video helps you for better understanding of the concept direct and indirect speech.